putting the band back together.
Forget it. No way.
We're on a mission from God.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles.
Because people have got to know whether or not their president is a crook. Well, I'm not a crook.
I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you stay categorical?
You are fake news.
Sir,
go ahead.
I can see Russia from my house.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
We drink Fox water bottle.
No, the proof is a proof. What kind of a proof? It's a proof.
Here come the flag. Champions. 1989. Canadians win the Stanley Cup. El Presidente, El Perfecto.
The Crosby, the golden goal! And the Blue Jays have repeated as World Series champions. Touch them all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
Welcome to the Edge of Tomfoolery.
I have these notes, so I gotta say I was just fired up to be here today. Pretty cool. Wow!
Hey, what is going on, people? My name is Bruce Mackey, and this is the Edge of Tomfoolery. Here at the Edge, we talk about the sports, we talk about the politics, we talk about music, and sundry other tomfoolery and just general tomfoolery. And the general himself, the general of Ivanhoe, is with us, Mr. the Earl of Bob Morris. How are you, Bobby?
Sundry, eh?
Yeah.
I'm doing good, Bruce. You?
I'm all right.
There you go.
We got to be careful when I put things on the screen that say the Earl of Bob Morris. I remember a show just recently we had where do you remember someone referred to you as Earl? Did you hear that?
I think I do recall, yeah.
And the Earl of Steve Height is with us from Calgary, Alberta. Mr. Stephen Height, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing excellent. I thought you were giving a shout out to Sundry, Alberta here. It is one of the many highlights here in Calgary, but not so much.
Man. Listen, we've got lots that's happening, so let's get to it right away. We've got some sports to discuss.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat. The human drama of athletic competition. This is
Tomfooleries.
Wide World of Sports.
Hey, when did my Expos flag fall down on the set here? Did you notice that?
Yeah, it was about 10 minutes before you noticed it.
There you go.
I was going to say something, but I didn't want to interrupt the flow.
Yeah, we had some flow going. Listen, we've been talking baseball, and I'm wearing my Milwaukee Brewers jersey, and it was smoke. So Justin Smoke, when he played there, it was 23 games of pure bliss. And then by the time I got the jersey in, he was released. And so now he's over playing in, I think he's playing in Japan somewhere. But we're talking baseball and no hitters. So I just want to go through some history. In 2016, there was one no hitter all season. 2017, there was one. 2018, there was three. 2019, there was four. In 2020, there was just two. And already, we're in May, already there's been four in baseball. So we're going to, that's hard to believe. So let's just, let's listen to this one.
Ground ball. Farmer. Wizardry from Wade Miley. A no-hitter in baseball history.
Wade Miley, the Cincinnati Reds. And I like teams that it's not New York Yankees or, it's not the big names. And then this team, Baltimore Orioles, we talked about them on one of our podcasts that people should cheer a little more for Baltimore. And they haven't had a no-hitter in 30 years. And this is John Means.
So it comes down to J.P. Crawford. First pitch swinging, line drive, he's done it. John Means has no hit. The Mariners and the Orioles mob him. The first no-hitter for the Orioles in 30 years. The first complete game no-hitter since Jim Palmer did it 52 years ago in 1969.
Wow. That's crazy. So lots of no-hitters. And I don't know what it is about a no-hitter. I love everything about it. Stevie, what do you have to say?
Yeah, no, I was doing some reading on it, and apparently they've got some issue with the baseballs this year.
Were they in the Suez Canal as well?
They're a little more waterlogged, and they thought they were going to get more fly balls that were homers last year.
They're not juiced this year. They're
no, they're not. They're the opposite. But they think because of that they got more spin on them, more action, and there's the strikeouts are up, and so they're convinced that this year that some of this no hit stuff is because they de-juice. Is that the right term, Bobby? De-juice the ball. Is that
the ball they just go sideways, kind of like that ship.
Exactly. They just go skirting down there. Everything's a knuckleball this year, eh, Bobby? Yeah.
I think so.
So I got looking into baseball, and the one of the no hitters from 2019 was really interesting. It was 4 pitchers. It was with the Houston Astros, and Aaron Sanchez, Will Harris, Joe Biagini, and Davinsky. They all combined. I don't know if that's ever happened when there's been 4 pitchers. Usually, if you're going for a no, you're going to go the whole way, or maybe, but not 4. They combined for 4, and so then I got looking, and I'm like, what are those? Because 3 of them were from the Blue Jays that played there. So you've got Joe Biagini, Sanchez, and Roberto Osuna. So I looked, and I'm like, where are these guys now? And Biagini's with the Cubs system, but he's in their minor, so he's not. I think he's at their what do they call the site where they're not really playing?
The Wubble
site. Oh, the Wubble.
I don't know what it's called actually. I think that was the WNBA bubble, but I get where you're going with that.
Yeah, but I think it was at the alternate site. And Joe Biagini's with the Cubs. Sanchez is actually still in the majors, playing for San Francisco. Roberto Osuna. So he had a little troubled past, and that's why he was traded out of Toronto. He was recommended for Tommy John surgery, elected not to. Now he's playing in the Mexican League. So they released him. He's gone. He's supposed to have Tommy John, and he's not even in the majors anymore. And he came up with so much promise so young.
Oh, yeah.
And now he's done. I think he's maybe, like, he's still early 20s.
Oh, yeah. He can't be that old. Wow.
In the Mexican League. Let's talking about, I got some new socks. I got some Vladimir Guerrero socks. And Stevie, did you get anything in the mail at all this week?
I did. I got a little. Well, I need to tell you, my address is not the address, but I think it's funny that you always send it to my neighbor, and then they have to bring it over. Jenny tells me that I need to tell you to change it, but I'm not going to tell you to change it. So it's a good connecting point with my neighbors. So they got some nice socks, and they're very sweet. But they were like, the return address is really strange. We didn't know what was going on. I was like, no, that's just
what was the return address? What did it say?
I think it said the Aaron Judge fan club was what it said on mine. So I got some lovely Aaron Judge socks from you.
Oh,
I'm not wearing them now because they came. They stink when they came, just like the Yankees. So that's part of the problem. So I'm washing them now, and hopefully they'll shrink to my kid size, and my boys can wear them, so that'll be good.
You're not going to wear them at all.
I might, like, I got to cut the lawn later this week, so I think there'll be some uses for them, but not a ton.
Okay, we got the.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
The prophecy of tomfoolery.
The prophecy of tomfoolery. Believe it or not, it's something we talk about on the show. And then it eventually comes true. So there's a couple of things I want to talk about. We've been talking about the Yankees for a while, trying to get them some ill will, shall we say? We're talking about Aaron Judge's hamstring. We just keep talking about it, thinking it'll come true. But the story this week was there were 7 fully vaccinated New York Yankees that got the COVID.
Well, here's the thing: they got the one shot of the Johnson.
Oh, they only got the one. They only got the one shot.
Well, no, but apparently it's a one-shot deal.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm not a doctor, Bobby. I know that, there's some theories, but I'm just telling you, I don't quite know how it works. I know you did, but I'm just saying that, like, I think they're like, yeah, you want to buy more of ours? Yeah, we're a one-shot one. So, like, you take as many as you want. Like, they're not one-shot deals, but, like, if you're selling vaccines to the entire planet, say you're the one-shot guys and everyone will buy it. And so the Yankees were like, yeah, we're the Yankees. We're the smartest team around. So we'll do the one-shot one and we'll be fine.
And they're not.
Hashtag they're not fine. Yeah, right. So, yeah.
So, but it opens up many questions about the one shot. Like, it opens up several questions. Phil Nevin was the first one that got diagnosed. Third base coach. You got to stay away from those guys to begin with.
Totally.
Third base coach. Well, first of all, they're at third base and he's got the COVID and he's just winding up, right? Sending them home and he's just spreading the COVID.
Yeah, the first 3 rows I got COVID now, right? With that guy.
All right. And then the other thing we talked about, I believe the direct quote was, Alberta will never shut down ever again.
Tonight, Jason Kennedy plan for Alberta's COVID crisis.
Let me be clear. We will not permit our healthcare system to be overwhelmed.
But just next door, Saskatchewan plans to loosen up.
So Saskatchewan's loosening up and Alberta's shutting down. What do we say about the relationship between Alberta and Saskatchewan?
Well, when I first moved here, I heard the least funny joke that I finally got a decade later. And when I moved here, someone said, what's the largest city in Saskatchewan? I was like, well, I don't know, Saskatoon, Regina, like I don't Moose Jaw, I don't know. And they said the biggest city was Calgary, Alberta, and they were like, ha, ha, ha. And I was like, I don't get the joke. But now 10 years later, I've learned that most of Saskatchewan, I think in like the 90s into the 2000s, they all moved. Everyone moved here. Everyone from Saskatchewan. And so like it's my lovely wife is born in Saskatchewan. She moved when she was 2. And so literally you will meet more people here that are born in Saskatchewan that are born in Calgary, Alberta.
Really? Because
there's like, yeah. And now like 14 people live there. And so, yeah, they don't have to shut down because they all just drive here and then they're fine. Right. And so yeah,
interesting. We're talking a bit about, you know what? We have to go to a commercial break. So let's go to a commercial break first.
Clap on, clap off, clap on, clap off, the clapper.
There we go. That's brought to you this week by the Clapper. And when the lights were out, Bobby, you were trying to get it back on, and that was one of the things.
Yeah, it was unscripted. I just thought, what should I do? Just the go-to maneuver is the Clapper. Bring those lights back on.
It really is. We're speaking of COVID. I want to go a whole show without talking about the COVID. But
okay. 2023, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah. So I don't know if you've heard this, but the mayor of is New York City is it the largest city in the world, or is it?
It's the largest one that we count, probably. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
So Bill de Blasio, the mayor of New York City, came on and did a press conference. He's incentivizing people.
Oh yeah.
To get their vaccination. So here's his press conference here. If you get your vaccination, you'll get a free fries or a free burger from Shake Shack.
Did you say free fries when you get vaccinated? I got vaccinated. You're saying I could get these delicious fries?
This is the mayor of New York City.
But there's also a burger element to this. Let me check with Bill Neathart. Is it too early in the day to eat a burger? No. This could be breakfast? Okay. I want you to look at this and think about, again, some people love hamburgers, some don't. Really want to respect all ways of life. But if this is appealing to you, just think of this when you think of vaccination. Vaccination. I'm getting a very good feeling about vaccination right this moment.
Stevie, you've got some thoughts?
I think there's something fundamentally wrong with our planet. There's something like Earth, I love you. We've been friends for a long time, but you're broken. Something's wrong with you.
I like, so he's eating a burger and he's like, when you think vaccination, and he's eating this burger. And then it was like partway through, he realized like he would be a Democrat and there are many on the Democrat side who'd like to get rid of beef altogether. So he's like talking about, if you like this burger, and they go, wait a minute. Some people may not like beef. So if you don't like beef, that's, I don't want to discuss with.
Listen, and I what's this place called again? The Shake Shack?
Yeah, Shake Shack.
I think I've been to one in New York, like just down from the Ed Sullivan Theater, like on 51st or something like that. It's good. But like,
would you get vaccinated?
I would do it for free. I would do it so I don't die of a major virus. But like, yes, and a burger as well. Bonus.
Well, this is the thing, and of things that actually help you when you are trying to, you should be high in vitamin D. You should be outside. You should be exercising. You should be losing weight. You should be eating healthy. Isn't it an oxymoron? It's like, okay, you want to protect yourself against COVID? Go eat some fries.
Bobby, you got to feel this one for me.
Yeah, like
I don't know. I'm just thinking that guy shares a city with the Yankees, doesn't he?
Yeah. There's enough New York hate spread around today. I'll wait a few weeks on this one, but I don't know. I just don't know about that place.
Not to be outdone with the incentivizing. The governor of Ohio, this is his press conference. He said, "We'll see your fries and we'll raise you $1 million." And here is his press conference.
2 weeks from tonight, on May 26th, we will announce a winner of a separate drawing for adults who have received at least their first dose of the vaccine. This announcement will occur each Wednesday for 5 weeks, and the winner each Wednesday will receive $1 million.
They're calling it Ohio Vax-A-Million, a new special lottery drawing with a weekly prize of, as you heard, $1 million.
I can just see him, $1 million.
Seriously, yeah.
Yeah, what are they doing? You think people are going to move to Ohio?
Listen, humans, I know you love capitalism, but this is what you get. This is what you get when you just worship capitalism. This is your result. Like, you get it.
Vaccination.
Vaccination.
Seriously.
I'm getting a very good feeling.
Stevie got vaccinated, and all you got were Aaron Judge socks.
Seriously. I did not hold out long enough, clearly.
You just have to wonder. Now there's a story going around, and actually I shouldn't play that music. I should play this music with a story here. There's a story out of Australia about a woman who went in. What did she go in for? Do you remember, Bob, what she went in for?
Something to do. It was an operation on her throat. Was it tonsils? Perhaps?
Yeah, I think so. Tonsillitis. And she went, and she had her. I can't even say it with a straight face. She went in for surgery. This is an Australian woman with an Australian accent, and she came out with a thick Irish accent. So here she is on her TikTok, and this is true.
I woke up this morning. I didn't do anything different. I had breakfast. I didn't really talk to my housemates because Lexi had gone to work already, and Sasha, I don't think she was up before I left. I took a shower, and I usually sing when I'm showering and listening to songs, and all of a sudden I was talking in an Irish accent, and I thought initially that was just something I was just hearing, that this can't be real, and now I can't shake it. I just did a job interview in an Irish accent when I've never been to Ireland. Can your friends tell me that my accent is from a cool part of Ireland or not? It's totally not normal, and I'm on my way to the hospital. Stuart is coming soon, and I'll keep you posted. Send help.
What do you think about that?
I stand by my earlier comments about the planet. I don't even know what's happening anymore.
Singing in the shower. She went from waltzing Matilda to some Irish pub songs, no doubt.
Seriously. Was she using Irish Spring soap maybe? Like what? Like, cause that happens, right?
That's it.
Oh,
That's
mercy. We're gonna call my wife here for a see if we can get through here.
Oh,
there you go.
We're gonna talk to her, see if we can talk to her on she's got some news.
Oh, good. Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Tanya. It's Bruce, Bob, and Steve on the edge of tomfoolery. How are you?
Wonderful.
Yes.
We're talking to our number one informant and our number one listener. And we just talked about you passed along the story about the woman. And actually, I got a confession to make. Apparently, last week, you told me this story about the woman from Australia that started talking Irish. You told me the story. I kind of wasn't listening. Then I found out about the story the next day. And I'm like, hey, did you hear about this story about this woman? And Tanya's like, I told you about that last night.
No.
But
yeah, that goes to show you he doesn't listen to everything.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like the gnome story. You got that mixed up
yeah,
too.
I did. I thought it was Stevie, but it was Bob. Anyway, and there is a gnome shortage, just so you know. If we're looking for gnomes, Bobby did inform us, and I Googled it, and there is a gnome shortage. So actually, that's one of my questions to you. I think I told you about a gnome shortage because of the Suez Canal, and I told you it was Stevie that sent it to me. But
which was not true.
No, is there any more credence or any more oomph because it came from Bob? Would you say, "Oh, I don't know if I believe that or not"? Would you, because it came from Bob? Would you believe it a little more?
I'm not answering that question.
Tanya, we all know the truth. You could just say it now. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so my question to you is: we talked about the vaccination. We talked about Bill de Blasio, the wonderful mayor of
New York.
Vaccination. So he's trying to entice people.
Good feeling about vaccination right this moment.
Great feeling about vaccination. So he's trying to entice people to get vaccinated. And of course, you should, if you really want to fight off COVID, you should be eating healthy. You should be getting lots of vitamin D, all kinds of things, and zinc. So it should be having lots of things of zinc, right?
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
So what kind of person doesn't have a lot of zinc?
Well, from what I've read, people who are vegan or vegetarian have trouble with their zinc intake. They have to be careful about that, apparently, because they don't eat meat.
So my question is for people, how many vegans are there in Alberta?
3. 3 of them. They're all in Edmonton. We know them all. Not a problem.
So on one hand, people are telling us to be good and vegan and vegetarian and other words like that, but then we could be exposed to the COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
Possibly.
Okay. Anything else? Any other words of wisdom you wish to expose to the edge of tomfoolery tonight?
I don't think so. It sounds like you guys have it covered.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I just wanted to get that zinc story out there. So thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, I'm no expert, but this is what I've read.
That's good.
I got good news. My son Ethan licked the sunscreen top tonight, and it's 24% zinc, so he'll be good for a while. It'll be golden.
No COVID for him.
Yeah.
All right, hon. I'll be up in a bit.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. She seems happy to hear from us.
It is always a similar greeting, though. It is a hello.
Hello.
Kind of.
I know. So we're going to talk music next.
Okay.
New and Christian music. Lots of new music that have come out. We talked about Mercy Me and Inhale, Exhale. I'm loving that. Another song that's come out. I love every Friday new Christian music comes out. And I just want to highlight some of the music that comes out that I think our listeners will enjoy listening to. And one of the new ones that came out was from the Newsboys, and it's called Magnetic. And it's a little something like this. Typical Newsboys sound. You like the Newsboys?
Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah. Good one.
So I still think they're united. I think they're still all together. They had 4 of them, and then they went with Phil Joel, and yeah. So now I think they're back to all 6. Need to Breathe is a new one out, and The Color. This is a Western band. What do you think of folks from Winnipeg and outside in Manitoba?
Are you asking Bobby or asking me?
Well, Bob, what do you think? I've heard people in Winnipeg wear fur coats all year round.
I've heard that as well, but I'd have to defer to Stevie. I'm not sure. He could tell us about the Winnipeg.
I visited one time. I visited Winnipeg to see my friends on my drive out here, actually, to Calgary. I drove all the way here and I went and saw my friends, Craig and Dana Rogalski, who were stationed in Winnipeg, and they helped me crash. I couch surfed at their place on my drive out here, and
that's awesome.
They're lovely people, and so they kind of upped Winnipeg for me. I mean, I got no love for Brandon, Manitoba, because it was cold in August, but Winnipeg seemed okay to me. So yeah.
So these guys are just outside Winnipeg. It's the Canadian band The Color, which always frustrates me because they spell it COL. O-R, not O-U-R. And they're Canadian. They should
American
know better.
spelling,
I know. So this is The Call of the Wild from The Color. And it's remixed from Neon Feather. It's one of Bob's favorite bands.
Yeah, it's Bobby.
Between you and me.
Love you some Neon Feather.
Yeah, the Neon Feather. And then we've got just as far as new music this week, I always try and share with the listeners my new vinyl for the week, because you know I love the vinyl. And so this week, new on vinyl, it's the hits.
Oh, wow.
REO Speedwagon. That was one. And then to get some music of faith in, My Savior.
Oh, yeah.
From Mrs. Mike Fisher.
Yep. Heard about it.
And then just because there's a little bit of country in me, 20 hits from Rascal Flatts.
The Rascals.
Yeah. So Rascal Flatts, the Christian music connection, Gary LeVox, the lead singer, he actually sang on the new Mercy Me record. And he's got his own faith-based album coming out next month. So that's kind of cool. And the music from, he was in a group called East to West. He's the lead singer for East to West, and he's now in Rascal Flatts. And why his name escaped me, because I don't think it's on the sheet, but that was so long ago. So yeah, so there's some faith connection in Rascal Flatts. So what's new music on your playlist, Bobby? What kind of music you been listening to lately?
Usually just the anthem when the radio signs off. That's about it.
That's
pretty much it. Yeah.
Do they still do? Remember at TV at night, they used to play the national anthem at night when they signed off?
Oh, I had to get up off the sofa and stand at attention.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember.
And then in the morning, they would do the national anthem again when it came back on. Do they do such a thing anymore?
I think certain smaller stations do.
Yeah.
I think so.
Do you see that at all, Stevie? Or
we just hear it sort of blaring everywhere. We're a very pro Canada province, so we got it here.
Yeah. Well, I know my kids, like, we grew up now on YouTube and Netflix, and basically they'd never seen commercials. Like, what's a commercial? Yeah. And there's some kids that are growing up, they have no idea what commercials are. And,
mine don't have a clue. They watch them now because they're fascinated about what they are. They're like, "What's this thing, Dad?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's a commercial." Like, "Oh, this is cool." So, new thing.
Well, folks,
what? Did we just become best friends? Yep. You want to go do karate in the garage? Yup.
I do want to do karate. Let's start that again. I want to go play karate in the garage. Is what I want to do. Any big plans in the coming week, Bobby?
Just get through another week of work. I guess that would be it, and stay COVID free.
Another week of work, COVID free, and golf free, and a few other things like that. Stevie, what's happening out west? Anything you?
Oh, I'm gonna go to one of Alberta's beautiful beaches. They're everywhere. So just go for a swim. Enjoy the nice sand.
Are you allowed to go to the beaches if they had beaches in Calgary?
Allowed is always a relative thing here. You know, it's like, well, yeah,
no like one's suggestion.
Yeah, we don't really, we're not much for rules here.
Well, listen, guys, for the Edge of Tomfoolery, my name is Bruce Mackey.
I'm Bob Morris.
I'm Ramses Fitzgibbon.
Ramses, that one's good. I love it.
You like that?
Thanks for tuning in, folks. And if you want to check out our Facebook page, it's the Edge of Tomfoolery, and our website is what's our website, Stevie?
edgeoftomfoolery.com.
All right, folks. Have a great week. We'll see you next week.